then I saw a particular number, almost maybe 70 or 80 missed calls. And then I traced the text and I saw it there, and it was a rain down of insults.
Welcome to Pastor's Hub. In this video, Apostle Joshua Selman has responded to a woman who insulted. He didn't just stop there, not just responding to the issue, but he taught us how we ought to respond to insults that might come our way. No matter how highly placed you are in life, there are some people that will still want to hurl a lot of insult on you, but you must be able to know how you can deal with all of this. And in this video, he has shared his own experience and how he dealt with that insult and what happened after he applied that principle. I think this is going to help you. If you're a child of God, you need to learn how you can respond to insults. Don't forget, let's delve into this video. Subscribe to this channel if you are new here, and please send us your comment concerning this teaching. God bless you.
Something happened one day, you know, I get a lot of calls in my phone. I'm sure some of you have tried to call and so on and so forth. And I just returned back very tired, had over 200 text messages. I was wondering, where do I start from now? And so on and so forth. And then I saw a particular number, almost maybe 70 or 80 missed calls. And then I traced the text and I saw it there, and it was a rain down of insults. You claim you're a man of God, somebody is calling you, you are not picking. If my relatives die, just know you killed them. Now, let me tell you, there are two things you can do there. The first is to call them and say, wonders, you will clap your hand on the phone first while you are talking and say you are about to learn a lesson today that your children and your children's children. But the second is to have compassion and put yourself in the shoes of the people. They may not have hated you, they are responding to pressure. I called the woman and she was shouting. I got to know that it was someone, I think the person was at the point of death. Eventually, really, the person passed on. I think it was an accident or something, and she was shouting, Apostle, what is this? This is not the person, this is not the apostle that people said. Are you sure you are the one? I said, I'm the one. The lady finished ranting, and then when she started crying, I said, what? Oh, my husband, this and that and that. I said, I'm sorry. This is how my life is. I'm just returning from a conference. You were ringing my phone. I don't off my phone. Even when I'm on a crusade ground, I don't off my phone. So this is what has happened. Okay, let me pray for you. When the husband later passed on and everything was there, I greeted her again. She was surprised. I called her. The Spirit of God put it in my heart to call her, and I called her. I said, how are you faring? Well, everything, we thank God. And I said, how many children do you have? 3 or so children. I said, oh, this and that, please send me your account number. Send something small. And then one time I saw her text again. It was full, almost the same volume, full of apologies. Apostle, I am even embarrassed. I cannot believe that it was me that did this. Are you seeing now? That woman has been won over through love. Love is powerful. Listen, I'm telling you this for a reason. Many times when you are showing love, you will feel like a fool. You will feel weak and you will feel cheated. You will feel so cheated. People will take you for granted. You are leaders here, you know. But still play that foolishness and continue. Was it not love that defeated death on the cross? Was it not love that defeated sin and Satan and the grave? Was it not love? Did you not read in your Bible that love never fails? Prophecy fails, miracles can fail, but love never fails. Everyone please shout it. Love never fails. One more time. Love never fails. I love Jesus with all my heart, but at the same time I love men, and I continue to pray that he builds genuine love for people. Not the kind that you look at someone and say, wow, God bless you, I'm happy you are doing well. Once they close the door, you do like this. Please, let's discuss what we're discussing. Allow this demon who has just passed. No, don't talk like that. By this shall all men know that ye are my disciples, not when you pray in tongues, not when you fast, not when you preach well, not when you have money, when you have love one for another. So the second principle is that you must truly be a giver. Are we together now? You must be a giver. If you truly want to walk in love, you must be a giver. The third principle for showing love is always remember what Jesus did for you. That is the key. Every time you remember what Jesus did for you, you will have the grace to show the same love for others. You laid aside your majesty, gave up everything for me, suffered at the hands of those you have created. You took all my guilt and shame when you died and rose again. Now today you reign in heaven and now exalted. I really want to worship you, my Lord. You have won my heart and I am yours forever and ever. I will love you. You are the only one who died for me, gave your life to set me free. So I lift my voice to you in adoration. The prodigal son messed up his life. He left his father and went to be eaten with pigs. And one day he came to himself. He said, how many hired servants does my father have? And I am here feeding with the pigs. He said, I will arise and I will go to my father and I will say to him, Father, I have sinned against you and against heaven. I am not worthy to be called your son. Take me as one of your servants. Do you know he never met the father at home? Meaning the father was already on his way to meet him. They met on the way. The father embraced him. He did not look at him and say, look at my son, see what you have become. He embraced him. He put back the signet ring and held him and called for a feast. When you remember what Jesus did for you, how undeserving you were to receive of his life, we're wrapping up, how undeserving you were, you will be able to call your mother and say, Mama, I remember it's now 20 years since I heard you were going to sacrifice me, that I ran away, but I've made up my mind that I love you and I will take care of you for the rest of your life. Don't say over my dead body, that evil woman. You may be right, but you will still pay for it. There are some of you, your loved ones, you are a Christian and yet you have not called your family members. They may be undeserving, but let your love remain.